as y'all see, the title of this live stream is AAPG update for today. Before I get into it and explain what's going on, because I've had countless messages, seen in countless PS4 communities and blah 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 about this AAU server error thing. I'm gonna explain in a second. Let me just get the disclaimer out the way, guys. Armor Gaming is not responsible for anybody in the live chat, text, or communications through the video in chats other than the representative of Armor Gaming. This is an 18 plus channel. If you hear or see anything under 18, you shouldn't hear or see at the age. It's your own fault. You are warned. With the disclaimer out the way, I myself got on and saw, what up, Dub? I see you, man. Give me just a sec. Let me get this info out for the subs and anybody who comes across the channel. But AAPG, America's Army Proving Grounds, for anybody that comes across the channel that doesn't know what this is, it's a free game. PS4, if you have PS Plus, go into the PlayStation Store free section. It's in there. There's nothing to buy. It's literally every gun's unlocked. You do a little weapon challenge to get maybe a little bit better scope or the skins, but it doesn't affect how the game plays and all that. So, but the reason that you're going to see the AAU error saying you cannot connect to the AAU servers, American Army Unified Servers, that's what it is. That's what the U is. It's unified. But what it is they are upgrading the servers. Now, there's another reason, but it hasn't been confirmed. I am waiting to hear back from someone at the moment who is inside track with them, and it's actually one of the developers. I'm waiting for a response from them. What it is that there have been so many people who have been using modded controllers, using programs, using hacks, codes, different things along those lines, all these different cheats to look spectacular and professional at a free game. No matter how you slice it, you're still a cheat, you still suck, and that's all there is to it. But the reason that they're upgrading it, they're actually upgrading the firewall, the security firewall right now, to the most top-of-the-line security firewall that they potentially can do Sony. So, what up, League? So what it is they're trying to update it, upgrade it, and they're going to do it, and it's going to prevent, the new security server codes is definitely going to prevent modded controllers from being used, any type of program. So if you know of anybody who hooks a computer or laptop to their PlayStation, runs the codes to it, it will instantly not just ban them. They are in conjunction with Sony on this. It is a 100% guaranteed instant Sony PlayStation ban. The gaming industry is getting very ticked off and pissed off at all these people who are cheating at games, using mods, using codes, and they're losing quite a bit of money every quarter due to these hackers and cheats. With the new security firewall, anybody who attempts to access the game with a code, a modded controller son, will instantly receive a $400 paperweight. And by saying that, I mean Sony is perm banning their SSN number of their system, where it will not access the servers. So if you know anybody that does this, please advise them not to do this. And AAPG is not the only game that is doing this. There is about 60 of them currently who today have been working on doing this to keep these hacks, cheats, and stuff out, because let's face it, when you're a company, you're in it for money or some kind of gain, and when you're hacking, cheating, you're kind of screwing up their bankroll, their pockets, and no one wants anybody messing with their money like that on that level. You're talking the level of millions and millions a quarter. That's a lot of money every year that is being lost out the window because of people who want to cheat at a free game or any game. You're costing people money. If someone were to do it to them, they'd have a problem. But it's okay if they do it to everyone else. Guess what? The gaming industry is taking a stand now. America's Army Proving Ground is down at the moment. They are security upgrading everything. Yes, and you heard it right. They will turn around and ban not the person, not their address, not their IP address, not their accounts. They are going to ban the SSN number of their system, which they cannot do. AAPG, America's Army Proving Grounds. It's actually, I'll explain it to you in a sec. Just hang on for just 2 minutes, and I'll explain it right down to them. Let me get this out to these guys. But what they're doing is, rumor also with these updates is, we might potentially be getting new maps and a couple of guns from PC. In turn, for waiting patiently for this being down. So it could turn out potentially to be a very, very good thing for the people in AAPG who do not hack, do not cheat, and enjoy the game. Yeah, Mercy, if you ain't played the game, man, I'm telling you, if you got PlayStation Plus, go to PSN store, go into the free section. It's called America's Army Proving Grounds. It is a game that originally was designed by developers in the United States Army, and the game was actually a training simulator for the United States Army Delta Force, the Special Forces. Um, and what happened is the military special forces were trained on this virtual reality training simulator, and once they accomplished it, it would go over and they would go do non-live fire training on their training fields. Once they pass it, they do live fire training, and then they go overseas when they pass that and do all the crazy shit that we know special forces do. The developers of the game are all gamers like myself and like you guys, and they decided to dumb it down a little bit and make a video game for us. And it's non-profit. There's nothing to buy. All the guns are unlocked. You do a couple little weapon challenge things, and you get a new skin. Makes your gun look cool, or maybe even a little bit better scope. It's not much better. All the guns react the same. For visual effects, if the enemies are going against you, like the M4A1 you would pick, if you see an enemy, he's going to have the AK-105, which is just visual. It's the same exact gun, does the same damage, shoots the same way. It's just visual. On their screen, you're holding the AK-105. On your screen, they're holding it. For the M16, it's the AK-107. For the SCAR, it's the CZ. M24 sniper, it will be the SV99 sniper that they have, and so forth. So the pistols will all be the same. But that's what that is, okay? It's really a cool game, very tactical. If you don't have a mic, I suggest you get one, or at least be able to hear your teammates. I run into that problem in the lobbies a lot where people don't have mics to communicate. And yes, you do see fishing plan on the screen. Don't make a mistake. I'm talking about America's Army Proving Grounds and the fishing plan on the screen. I didn't think anybody want to sit there and stare at cannot connect to AAU servers. Actually, it's not. It's only getting bad, League, because of all the hacks. It's not letting you play because the servers are down right now because they're security upgrading it. So if you've ever been to a match and you've seen a guy take like 100 rounds and he shoots a wall 20 feet away and he kills you, and he's not even aiming at you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. They're getting rid of all these cheats, all these hacks. So like good players like ourselves, like myself, like you, and whatnot, and all these good players we know that don't hack and cheat are pretty decent, can actually go in and enjoy the game. The game is free for the simple fact the United States Army and the government backs it. Yup. And if they use a strike pack, Cronus Max Pro, any of those modded controllers with this new security setup, their Sony PlayStation system will instantly be banned from Sony servers and will not be able to access them. That's a $400 paperweight for them. That's an expensive replacement. And if you're somebody who, like me, Slap, who has a top-line MLG Japanese model system that runs for about $1,300, I certainly don't want to pay $1,300 to replace the system, and I wouldn't want to pay $400 to replace a regular system. So they're taking a stand. They've gotten way too many complaints from regular players like myself and you of all these hacks and cheats and stuff like that. So they're fixing it. They are fixing the servers. They're putting a security firewall in that these guys can't get through. And if they attempt to hack it, it is a actual United States federal firewall they are attaching to the game. Which means if you try and hack it, you're committing a federal offense, and that's punishable by minimum 20 years in a federal penitentiary. Also, for those who don't know, if you know anybody that tries to hack and do that, tell them don't, because if they get banned, their system banned, and they try to sell the system without notifying the new person to buy the system that it's banned, it's a federal offense. You're looking at 10 years. It is 10 years minimum if you try to sell a banned PlayStation. If that happens tomorrow, it will not be the first time. It's happened several hundred times over the years. And yes, Sony and these guys are getting sick and tired of all these hacks and cheats costing them millions of dollars a year, if not a quarter. So they're working on it. AAPG is sick and tired. They're taking a standpoint. with government backing and Sony backing to turn around and get rid of these hacks. So AAPG is looking to be a very beautiful, wonderful, great, awesome game again like it once was. That's why this live stream, guys. I was going to jump on my other account and play, and I happened to be on this one. I looked, and I seen what it was, so I looked into it, and I found out what it was. And as soon as I got that information, I figured I'd put it out there for the subs or anybody who comes across the channel, and you guys and stuff, and let you guys know. But, like I said, there was rumor that this update would also bring us new weapons and new maps. I'm waiting to hear back from one of the developers now to see if this is true or not. I do not have 100% confirmation that they were going to get maps and guns, but it is something that potentially, very potentially, could be taking place. So the hackers are going to be gone. The cheats are going to be gone. And if they get banned off here and other games that aren't taking a standpoint turn around and have that problem, and these hackers play those games too, guess what? In turn, in hindsight, it will be removed from that game as well because their system is getting banned. Not their account, not their IP address, the actual SSN number on the back of your PlayStation that they register to will turn around and be permanently banned from PlayStation servers. For those who might find someone who's selling a hacked, or not hacked, a banned PlayStation, the proper way for them to sell it to you is they have to turn around and make a notarized paperwork out to you stating that you are buying from them a banned PlayStation, in which turn you get a hold of Sony, you take and you fax a copy of that paperwork to them with your identification, stuff like that, and a picture. You can take a picture on your phone of the SSN number on your system and show them that the number matches what's on that paper, and notify them that you're the new owner stuff. They'll make you agree not to use any codes or hacks on it. And this is the catch. If they try and give it to their buddies and do that to get it unbanned, if it's used for hacking again, they will instantly be facing a lot of federal time, fines upwards of $5 million fines. They are taking this very, very serious. The PlayStation is a very powerful computer-based platform, which in turn can be used to hack into some very, very secure things. So they're really taking a huge stand on this because they don't want this issue to go from just hacking, cheating gaming to breaching firewalls into major companies and things like that and doing stupid shit like that. So they are taking a lot of stand against this. As far as the possibility, I'm not saying there is, but the possibility that they're going to give us maps and guns, I personally am looking to hopefully for us to get Bridge or even the Container Yard. I want to see those two maps. I would love to see both of them come to us. They got some SMGs and stuff over there on PC that I would love for us to see. And I talked to a couple of the developers a couple months back, and they said they want to give all this new content they have for the game overall that PC doesn't have. They want to try and give that to us. Same to PC. PC servers are being worked on too, so it's not just Sony. They're working on all the servers for all the platforms and doing this to all of them. So all these hacks across the board might want to wake up and realize they suck more dick than Bangkok hookers on a Friday night and realize they really suck. They might as well stop cheating because we know they're cheating. You can blatantly see it. They're not even trying to hide it no more. I was on yesterday and I seen so many hacks. Like, it was blatant. So they really are cracking on it. They're getting sick and tired of it. They're getting sick of literally hundreds of thousands of complaints a day and reports a day about individuals, and a lot of times they're all for the same people. Same clans across the board. They're getting sick of this, and it's really starting to piss them off. So now what they're doing is they're really going to crack down and get rid of them. So if you loved AAPG when it first came out, it was a great game, and you've lost the luster of it because of these hacks, these cheats, and all this bullshit, not getting content, the hacks and cheats are the reason we haven't got the content. The United States government gives AAPG development X amount of dollars every quarter, which is every 3 months, gives them allotment. Here's the money, blah, 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 X amount. Use it to get development for the game and bring it in. It's used for a promotional too. As you load in the game, you see it tells you different things of jobs and little history of the military. And what that is, it's trying to promote younger people or people who are eligible to go sign up and join the military. It's used as a promotional tool, and we get to have fun at the same time. They have respect for people who are in the military, which is you have a form saying you were in the military, you send it to them. What they do is they verify you were in the military or you are currently in the military, and they will put that symbol in front of your name. They will validate through their systems, through the military servers and systems. If you were dishonorably discharged from the military, not only will they not put that symbol for your military branch for a name, they will permanently ban you from the game. They have no respect for people who left and were removed by the military from being in service. Now, if you're a medical disqual, is the only exception. If you're a medical disqual because you had some messed up nerve or something like that and you couldn't go in, you tried, and you signed up and stuff like that, they will give a paper saying you were trying to get into it, but you couldn't join because you were medically disqualified. They will accept that and they will put that symbol in front of your name because it wasn't by choice of something stupid you did to get you removed from the military. It was something medical that you can help yourself with. They will give them that symbol in front of their name. So keep that in mind when you see someone in the lobbies with that symbol in front of their name. Doesn't mean they were actually in the military. Could have been someone signed up for it and due to medical condition or something, or a hidden heart condition or something, anything along those lines. They'll still give it to you for that military branch, but they will not ban you from the game. So they still get it even though they weren't in the military service. So there are the little exceptions, and they do have respect for people who want to join the military who weren't doing anything stupid. But am I doing part YS yet? YS, what's that? I'm not sure what YS is, Jake. Are you doing part something yet? I don't know what the Y is. I don't know if that's a misprint or it's acronym for son. If you want to clear it for me. But yes, League hackers will be gone. That is the overall goal. Oh, am I doing parties yet? The way the length of it went over. Okay, I got you. No, I don't have a party yet. I'm actually gonna be jumping on my other account. And for you guys that are on here that don't know, you've probably seen one of my multiple other accounts in a game, and you might not even realize it was me. The three main ones I do use continuously is this one, Armor Gaming YT, that you see me on right now. The one I use a lot, and I only play one game on this other account, and it is AAPG, and that account is FYC _ cyber, CYBER _ shock, SHOCK. I do have a second YouTube channel that is under that FYC _ cyber _ shock name on YouTube. I actually have a sniper montage being made, all professional. This one for Armor for YouTube is not monetary. If you look where you can donate to the channel, it is shut off. It's not about making money account. This is about promoting to the game, trying to draw people into it. And the more people come to a game, the more the devs are more apt to give us better quality add-ons and new content stuff. That's what this whole channel is designed over. The other one, though, however, is monetized into some nasty quick scopes. I think the longest thing on it right now. Yeah, I know you're friends on this account, Jake. Yeah. But the FYC Cybershock account, it joined FYC with someone who you guys may have watched some of my earlier videos, Murderside, and them contact me. A lot of the Armor guys are still around. Don't get me wrong, they didn't dissolve. Armor's still around. But some of them have just ventured away, get sick of the hackers, and gone to other games, and it happens. So, being there wasn't a lot of us in Armor on who were continuously playing, Murderside saw it, and he said, listen, my guys are on. He goes, I want to offer you a chance to come play with a group of guys that's pretty decent. Maybe you can share some of your knowledge of the game and stuff in there and whatnot. I thought about it, and I said, okay. I said under two conditions, because he wanted to give me a top 8 power position. I told him, I said, listen, everything I get, I earn. I don't want anything given to me. There's guys in there, powerhouses, who have been in that clan for a lot longer than me and aren't in the top 8. I don't want them to just bring me and say, oh, you're good. Okay, boom. I don't want that. I want to earn my respect with the clan. I want to earn everything from the ground up, and that's where I've always been. And some of you guys have gamed me. Slap, I know you game me. You see how I am. I don't take and just get anything handed to me. And that's what I respect about people like Slap and you, Jake, because you guys are the same way. But what it is he offered, and I said the other thing is I want to pick my own name. Now, some of you guys realized before this channel, this account on PSN was Armor Gaming YT, that it was under a different name. The original name was LT underscore cyber underscore shock. And I've gamed as that name for countless years, you know, right around 2 decades. And that's not even a joke. When I changed the name, it tells you how long I've been gaming. 22 years I gamed as LT cyber shock. And I kind of felt sick to my stomach when I changed it with the free PSN change to the actual channel name. But I knew I was doing it for a good cause. I knew I was doing it for a good reason, to promote the channel, promote more of the games, you know, and get things going. And I saw it subconsciously. It was bothering because I could see it in my game. And if you watch as I went from LT Cyber Shotgun channel to Armor, you could see it kind of slack down a little bit. And it was like, oh man, you know, it was like something was missing. I couldn't figure it out. So when Merseyside offered a chance and I made a new PSN and I made it FYC Cybershock, I went in my first match, 31-0. No problem. Like, the sniping, the gameplay, the way it was going, it was back. And in turn, when I come over on ARM, if you watch some of the videos since I made that account, you see me on this one, you see that it's back. Like, that level of confidence in the ability of what I'm doing, the calls, is there. So, you know, it just came down to that name just became part of me. And, you know, now that I actually have an account with that name again, it's just off to the races. So that account I'm on a lot. That one, because there's not a lot of friends on it, it does show us online. This account, almost 1,900 friends on it. And I kid you not when I say this, I wish I could go to my home screen and show you. Too bad the videoing won't allow me to. But I do have almost 1,900 people on this friends list. And that's a lot of people. And that's a lot to go through if I were to clean up. So they're all really good players from different games and stuff like that, because I play a lot of games. So, I mean, I don't want to just dip someone off because I haven't played a game in a while and then I jump back on and on. At least I know there's people that know what they're doing, you know, that I can game with that are pretty cool people. So I don't want to really clean up the friends list, and that's why I only do one game on the FYC Cybershock, which is AAPG, which is the game that really set off this channel and started the YouTubing for me for, you know, AAPG. As you all can see, this AAPG is what founded my channel. What's up, geezer? But you know, so I do have another account. And for you guys that are here that don't watch this channel, anybody comes across this channel, Old Geezer YT on YouTube, go look him up. The man is a legend in this game. Do not make the mistake about it, and that's not bragging to him. He is a legend and he knows it. But he's probably the most humble legend in this game that you'll ever meet. This guy could make a call from across map and go over and tear someone up who's camping in a corner that you wouldn't even know he was there. Geezer, I'll tell you what, if I had to pick anybody, I gave a lot of guys this game, if I had to pick one person to go a 2 versus 8, Geezer would be my #1 choice, hands down, guaranteed, without a doubt. And that's not even bullshitting. But, yeah, nice, yeah. But yeah, go sub to his channel and stuff. But for you guys that haven't seen my other channel, FYC Cybershock, Geezer I know has gone looked at. They're pretty nasty quick scopes, right, Geese? I mean, it's not even a joke. Since I put Cyber back in the name, them quick scopes have become very, very serious. I'd have to say they're actually better than they've ever been. But yeah, you know, in the third channel, the third account I do use from time to time, and I do a lot of like Division 2 on it. There's no YouTube hook to it or anything like that. Yeah, you know, and it's not blowing my own horn, Geese. I mean, you see it. I mean, they're just sick. Especially with Kai, who's been around me forever. The one where he didn't think I'd peep back in the darkroom, and I caught him right over the chairs in the middle of the darkroom at hospital. But I do have the sniper montage being made. It's going to have music and a custom song and all that. And it's going to be well over 350 quick scope headshots, different weapons, different angles, different things, all montaged together. So, and the reason I did that, Geese, is because, I mean, you YouTube and you watch these videos, and I'm sure you the other two do. I went on, I spent almost 2 weeks, every day, all day, watching YouTube, watching Twitch, and all these people are saying, quick scope montage, quick scope videos. And to be honest, I haven't found one that is truly quick scopes, no hard scopes. In there, there's always a handful of hard scopes. It's like, that's not quick scoping. quick scope is the scope's up, boom, there's a bullet, and it's done in like a second or two. That's it. Not sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for someone to come out and shoot them. That's not a quick scope. And I love going against guys like that. Don't get me wrong. I know Geezer does too. Yeah, yeah, definitely, I have passed the word around. And I told a lot of people and stuff like that. So Geezer, I have been telling them go watch your channel because there's some guys that do YouTube that it's like, yeah, you can watch if you want to. Okay, well, when it comes to people for YouTube for this game, I do turn around, first name out my mouth to them is go check out Geezer's. He'll teach you things about Call that you guys would not believe. And he's very, very knowledgeable of the game. He's been around since it dropped, like myself. And hell, I've known you for what, 3-4 years now, Geez? And he's probably one of the greatest guys that I consider a friend that I game with. And, he's a guy I would love to see in real life after this coronavirus stuff ends and have a beer with him. Oh, yeah, by the way, Geese, while I'm thinking about you here, you were talking in one of your videos this weekend with the shadowing behind you. Your lighting, the lighting, that would have been straight over to your left when you're looking forward on that, where all that thing. If you had angled it down towards your right a little more, it would have got rid of that gradient. Just for the record, I'm pretty sure you probably already figured that that's what it was. Might have just got bumped or something. Someone walked by and just knocked it out of the thing. But yeah, I do like the fact you put the camera on, man. And the one thing I do love about Geezer's content, you guys, is the fact that not only is he actually doing the game, he's proving a point too. People spend an outrageous amount on headphones to sound whore. Yeah, right. It's almost like it moves. Maybe hook down the pad behind you or something might actually help with that a little bit too. I find that people will put a board or something. If you roll the bottom of that screen behind you and just stitch the ends and make just like an inch or two pocket and fill it with sand to hold it straight down, it will keep all the wrinkles out of it and actually make it perfectly smooth and flat for you. That might be something you might want to look into or experiment with. But Geezer proves the point that you do not need to spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on an expensive ass headset, because this man I can vouch for. Oh, nice. But with Geezer, he proves the point. He uses earbuds like you would pick up to listen to some music out of your phone or something like that. That's what he uses the game with, guys. He don't have some outrageously expensive headphones and stuff like that. I mean, other guys like me, yes, I do have a very expensive pair of Turtle Beaches. But he does just as well, if not better, with the earbuds. So, he could probably teach you some tips and tricks. I do know if you go into your settings in the game and you turn your mask volume all the way up, your UI all the way up, and turn your music down to about a third and everything else down to a third, you can actually clarify that hearing a lot better. And I think we can all agree, Geese, here when I say that people like the sound whore. I mean, it's given. You like sound whore, but when your PS4 gets bought, it comes with a pair of earbuds. You can pick up earbuds for a cheap price at Dollar General. You might even be able to pick them at the dollar store. Yeah, exactly. His channel is sponsored by a reputable headset company, and he still don't use their stuff. He uses the earbuds. That's the funny part, and he proves that point time and time again. If you haven't seen his video stuff, go to his channel, like, subscribe, and watch his videos. I watch every one of his videos. I did watch your live stream while you're on. I was doing other things, so I couldn't really sit and talk in the thing with you. I'm getting ready to move and all that. So, a lot of stuff in real life going on. We're packing. I mean, if anybody's ever seen Storage Wars on TV, when they open the locker and you see everything packed in their midnight, that's currently what my apartment looks like. I'm moving to a new place in a couple of weeks, so I'm kind of packed. And the only thing that's not touched is my setup, my system yet. That's gonna be the last thing, along with the food and stuff in the kitchen. But everything else is pretty much packed. Big move. So if you guys don't see me on around the first of the month and stuff for a little bit, it's because I'm transferring everything over to a new place. So don't think I disappeared or got arrested and all that shit. I'll be back. It's just temporary for the move. But if I'm not around to give you content, definitely watch Geezer's channel, dudes. I can't express it enough. Geezer's channel, I've actually learned things from watching Geezer's channel, seeing things that I didn't even know, even being in the game since it dropped. So watching guys like that, you can learn something that they might have picked up on, learned that you haven't yet. it's always good to watch because you can use some of the stuff you see from there. Um, you know, but he does prove that point. You do not need an expensive pair of headphones, but I think the biggest pet peeve geezer would have to be no communication in a game. No mics, things like that. I mean, if they're all in a party chat together and they're working with their team, that's understandable. But when you get in there and no one's in a party chat and they ain't paying attention, I know I'm not a quiet motherfucker by no means. I got a loud voice. I am a mouthy fucking guy. Geezer can tell you. Geezer's heard me calling people all the time. I'll be the first to admit I'm mouthy and I'm loud. So if the sound's coming through your TV through the game, how can you not hear me give you a call out that you don't even pay attention to? I'm saying, yo, he's coming around behind you. You just stand there and get choked. That's your problem. There's no communication, and that is a big thing in my opinion. You need communication in a communication-based game. I do like the fact that PS5 geese that they are putting the microphone in the controller with sound deafening, so anything over a foot beyond the microphone is not going to get caught in it, which is cool. But yeah, if you didn't catch the beginning of this geezer, what it is the AAU server error thing. It's because they're upgrading to a federal security firewall. Is what they're doing right now, which Sony is backing. I talked to my buddy who works for Sony. Yeah, exactly. You can do things like that fairly cheap. People think, oh, I gotta spend a couple thousand. No, you don't. You don't. Matter of fact, perfect example of that is PewDiePie. Yeah. Yeah, that, and they're updating the security server because you got people who are using the modded controllers, the strike packs, and all, and they're all against TOS for Sony as well as AAPG and several other games. So they're getting sick of losing money and having to repair server stuff. So they're putting a new federal security server on. The government has authorized them to use one that's actually going to make it so that they can't use those in the game, which is going to be cool to see that we don't have anything straight up. So if you get shot, hey, I got shot, good shot, bringing gaming back to what it originally was designed for fun and respect it, stuff like that. And we see it all the time. You'll see someone who's shooting one bullet through a wall, like 15 walls and killing you, but you can put 100 in his head and he's still living. So, it is a big difference coming. And there was rumor, I did write to the devs geezer and asked, and I'm waiting to hear back. There was a rumor I heard that they might be actually sending us some content. I know you have direct connection with some of them. Maybe you can find that out and let me know, private message or what, and verify it, because that's a rumor I heard that we might be getting some maps and some stuff from PC and stuff that they haven't even launched at PC and PS4 yet, which I'm hoping. I really am. I would love to play, especially with a sniper on Bridge. I think that would be the ultimate sniper map. There's that one, I can't think of the name of it. Maybe you know what it is, geese. The one where they have all their cargo containers and rooms and stuff like that. Not the Bridge, but there's another one. And I can't think for the life of me, unless I go on my phone and take 20 minutes to look for it, I can't think of what it's called. But that one would be another one. That's a lot of close quarter, but it has a lot of sniping angles in it. I've seen a lot of PC videos about it. And that looks like it'd be a really fun map. And definitely one that you need communication for. There's no doubt about it. I just see everybody wanting that sniper and those marksmen like crazy when it comes to Bridge though, because it's so long range and no one wants to get up in close quarters. But hell, you get shot, oh well. Ah, okay. So that's probably what it is. But that was a rumor I heard from a couple guys. I didn't know. They asked me, yo, is this true? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I haven't heard anything about that. I said, I'll look into it, see if I can find some info on it and stuff. I said, I'm sure there's other guys at YouTube or other guys that don't, that actually know the devs and do it. I said, let me talk to them. Maybe one of them knows something I'm not aware of. I just came back from 40 week, and so I'm like, okay, let me look around and find for you. I said, I'm not going to guarantee that that's true or not. I said, let me see what I can find out. But, so there you guys have it. They might not be adding them because they're on other projects. I know one of the devs actually did say something a few months back that when they first announced PS5, that when they carried the PS5, they were probably going to give us maps and stuff from PC, but they weren't entirely sure if they were going to do that or not because they had other things to do. I mean, it would be nice. I would love to. I almost want to go get a nice, expensive gaming laptop and play this game on there just to play Bridge. That's how much I want to see that map. That absolutely looks like it would be my favorite map. I mean, as we know, I hate Crossfire. Everybody that knows me in games, he knows I absolutely hate that fucking map. It's too small. It's like the Nuketown of AA, in my opinion. No, that's not an overall opinion. That's my personal opinion. It's like the Nuketown of AA. Um, but there are some spots and you can get some really nice shots and different things. But it's just it's too small. Me, I absolutely love Redline. It's so big. There's so many sniper angles. I just love playing Redline. He goes, I'll play with. He goes, I'll play on the PC. Would you? He goes, I'll jump over to you and play on. I think a lot of people want those maps, and to be honest, I think AAPG would be a dominant, huge game on PS4, even more so than it is, if they actually did bring some of those maps over here to Sony. I really believe that, true-heartedly, that would make things a massive, massively different ball game. But I know the servers they're working on. I talked to my buddy that works for Sony Geese, and he said he's been working with the developers for AA and some other games. And the servers that they're upgrading, a lot of these other games are too, and it's to keep those mod packs and cheats from being in the game. I did like the one guy, and I gotta make this comment about the video I've seen this week in Geese. I was dying, dude. I was drinking my coffee. I slept in, I got up, I'm drinking the coffee. I no sooner took a cup of coffee, took a big swig of it, and that one guy goes, "Look at all these dumb niggas." And that's what it ain't. That's what it ain't. No, that's what it ain't. No. I was dying, dude. I almost spit the coffee all across the table. I was like, oh my god. He was definitely sure to make sure he announced it wasn't with an R, it was with an A. That was funny. What up, Trill? Welcome to the channel. But yeah, geez, that was good. Really good content, man. Keep that coming. Yeah, Trill, if you haven't gone to Old Geezer YouTube channel yet, make sure you go like and sub to the channel. Really good content. Awesome guy. Yeah, right. I always said that I remember you talking about that. We joked about it way back when the game started. When people first started calling it an apple or pineapple, we were like, they should make it red or green, red or yellow, like red, maybe even brown. It's like a khaki brown green color. It doesn't look like a pineapple. It doesn't look like an apple, but they eat them. That's for sure. Yeah, right. Put your weapon. Dude, if they wanted someone else who does some YouTubing or other people, dude, I would get a bunch of people to sign a petition for that to happen. I would love to see that fucking grenade have your logo on it. I mean, because you have gone up and beyond and really, I mean, when it comes to YouTubers for certain games, when you look at something like Call of Duty, you got people like Over T Flow, PJ, Penult, he's an awesome guy. I talked to him a lot. He's a really great guy. Some of the guys from FaZe. Different things like that. And you get the FaZe logo everywhere. But when it comes to this game, you have people like Jeremy FPS who, if you didn't see it, he got banned from Twitter. Or Twitch. Excuse me, not Twitter, Twitch. He got banned from Twitch, geez, because one of his videos that wasn't supposed to be uploaded, that someone in his house uploaded for him, showed he was using mods and hacks to do what he does in AAPG. He got temporary banned from AAPG, from my understanding. And Twitch actually banned him from Twitch. He had to go through and do all this stuff and all sorts of shit for a few months. That's why no one saw his content on there for a while. And I don't know if it was a girl or whatnot. Yeah, he was on. He wasn't just on YouTube, because when we started playing the game, Jeremy FPS was actually on PS4. Because I've gone against him and smoked him, his whole team, with the sniper by myself. My best matches, somewhere way back in my live streams on this channel, shows him and his 7 boyfriends. And I went 56-0, 3 matches in a row on Spring Street against him and his guys and made them all rage quit. It's up there. It's on the channel. But I guarantee you look at his content, you'll never see that content on his channel. He won't show you when he's down. He's one of those YouTubers that when he gets shot, he just instantly goes and cuts to the next time he's up. He does not want you to see when he falters. Like Geezer, you look at him, he doesn't cut away. He goes down, oh, I got shot. Okay, we'll wait till the next round, we'll go at it. Same with me. From start to finish, if you see it, you see it. That's exactly what happened. It's not spliced with 5 minutes later into it and it's like a 30-second video. You don't see that. Yes, I do clip like the highlight points of matches that I've done or some of my team has done. But as far as when I go down, you do not see me instantly cut it and put when I'm back up, like 5 minutes later. And to be honest, I like watching videos like that more so, just like Game Lost does, than someone who just shows you the highlights and not exactly what led to his demise and how he got like 10 deaths. So, Um, and I think Geezer kind of, I hope I'm not overstepping here, Geezer, but I think Geezer kind of agrees to that because his channel, you'll never see him do that. And that's why people love his content because he shows the good as well as the bad. So you see where something happened or a mistake that was made. Yeah, matter of fact, Trill was actually in the match with me. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I get an ass one, but I mean, if I'm getting shot through like walls, you know you can't shoot through. Yeah, that kind of pisses me off. And I'll be the first to be like, yo, you motherfucker, you mad? I'll be the first one to cuss someone out over it. But yeah, Trill was actually in the match for me. Trill's right here in the chat, and he validated 3 matches in a row. They just wanted Spring Street, geez. I don't understand what it was about Spring Street they wanted, but Jeremy FPS kept going to the diner, to that little front door there by the wall, and I kept going over onto fucking hotel balcony, and the second he stepped out, there went the bullet right through the scope and put him on his ass. Like, he just kept going to the same spot expecting different results. Dude, you keep going there, I'm going to keep going where I'm going. It's really... Yes. Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, I go off on people too on some bullshit. I watched a guy last night. There was 8 people in the lobby on either side, and I was in with one of the other guys from FYC. And we watched these guys, literally, me and him sat back with the whole team. We didn't throw not one throwable, and at least 13 grenades that I could count. At least 13 or 14 came flying over the wall as an intercept. I didn't know 8 people can carry 13 to 14 grenades. And then all the flashes come flying. It was like the whole map was white. I couldn't believe how many throwables these 8 guys had. And I've never heard their clan names. I'd have to go back and I wrote them down somewhere because I've never heard of them. There's 2 different clans in there, and those guys from each clan on either side, so they were obviously boosting, but they were chucking more throwables than you can actually carry. Everybody here plays AA. For anybody who might come across you that doesn't play or hasn't played, there's only a limited amount of throwable loads you can throw. You can have 4 flashes, or 4 fogs, or you can have 2 flashes, 2 fogs, 2 fogs in 1 grenade, or 2 flashes in 1 grenade. You can't even carry 2 grenades, which, to be honest, I kind of think that would kind of be overkill on something like Hydra or Crossfire. But on something bigger like, Redline or something, maybe they should add in where they can have a loadout of 2 grenades instead of flash and fogs. I mean, personally, I like the 2 flashes in the grenade. I will throw fogs once in a while. It depends on the situation, where I'm at, and what the map is. But as a rule, I don't ever really carry fogs. It's always 2 flashes in a grenade or 4 flashes. That's my personal loadout. I see Geezer runs the same thing. I can't really say I see you run smokes too often, Geezer. I've seen it a couple times, but I'll tell you, I can't remember seeing you throw, have 4 fogs or have fogs all the time stuff. Some people do religiously carry them. I don't. It's just too much. Especially when you're sniping, you don't want to throw fogs in the middle of the map then try and snipe. It doesn't really work out well. Say it really don't. There is a trick to be able to see somewhat through the fog. Yeah, exactly. You run them situational, but I know there's people that run fogs all the time. It's like, you tell them 900 times, all right, I'm sniping. Let me get the sniper away. Let me get that first sniper shot off. When you hear that sniper go, you want to throw smog in the middle? Go ahead, throw your fox. But let me get that first shot off to try and get him out of there. Let's see. This one claim was boosting to... They were... Yeah. I actually seen one. Matter of fact, it's way back on the beginning of this YouTube channel. There was guys we caught boosting when me and some of the guys from PlanetSide 2 came over here, which is where Armor's founded. And we're on Sandstorm. Couldn't think of the name for some reason. It's a map I never go to. I hate it. But and it's like there was 2 guys on one team, and they're telling each other right where everyone is, and then I seen them on Yankee, and they're taking turns swapping it. Honestly, God, if you look at the final score on there, they each had over 1,200 points at the end of the game. Like, they were flipping the objective that many times that they gathered, all 3 of them gathered at least 1,200 points. Insane, unheard of. Like, really? Like, I couldn't believe they were blatantly doing it too. We sat there and watched, and it was just like, wow. But then again, I think the most viewed video on my channel was really when I caught the dumbass shopping for clothes in checkout. He was shopping for clothes. I mean, I think everybody that's in this chat right now actually saw that video. I know Geezer see it. I mean, that guy was an idiot. He was trying to steal pants. He thought, like, I mean, what do y'all think? He was pretty much looking at him like, ooh, Black Friday. Those pants are my size. I need them. Gotta cop them. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but he had no clue. And it was just too funny to watch him do that. And I actually seen him recently in a match, and I didn't realize it at first. And one of the guys that was actually in the match is a sub to my channel and has seen that video hundreds of times. And turned out and said, "Yo, Armor." I was like, "What?" He goes, "That's the dude from Dumbass Shots for Clothes on Checkout." And this guy goes, "What? No, no," and left the match. He didn't want no part of being in the lobby with us. I didn't even realize till this other kid pointed out. And when I seen the guy's name, I said, "Oh shit, it is." I went back to double check, and it was him. And he just instantly quit the match. He didn't want nothing to do with us in there because he got made famous by that video. And I talked to the people that have run into him, said that everybody that's seen that video, he ends up in lobbies with people like that all the time, and they all pick on him about it, and he just leaves. Like, I guess he gets harassed by it all the time. Am I going to take it down? Hell no. It was great content, and he was the idiot that deserved to be made famous. Do I kind of feel bad for him? Yeah, a little bit, but hey, it's gaming. It is what it is. It's not like someone's at my house blowing up my house or stealing my shit, so it's not overall huge to me. I don't foresee him going the limit of wanting to like hang himself or being a Belfry Tower, sniper rifle, lipstick, or anything like that. But there's certain things that it's a no-brainer. Why, if you're the last guy standing the gun? Oh yeah. I thought about it because I watched a lot of videos before I started the channel in the live streams, geez, and they turned around and they were like, oh, they're stream snipers. So I'm like, okay, and I'm looking, and they really were. So there is a setting in YouTube somewhere. I can't remember offhand where it is. I'd have to go look. You can put a delay on your stream. So mine's set to 30 seconds. So what you guys hear right now, you won't hear. It's already been set 30 seconds ago. So when I'm in the game, if they see me in one spot, 30 seconds, a lot changes in the match. So if I go around, I put eyes back to where I was, and anybody that's watching the live stream or something, you can tell because they go right back and start pre-firing that corner, like, wait, where is he? And then it's like, good night. Like, that 30-second delay is more than enough. Yeah, 30 seconds is more than enough, though. I got it at 30, and that works beautiful. I've yet to be stream sniped, and no one on my team has been stream sniped, unless they're really camping the corner for the whole match. Then it's a little bit different. But 30 seconds is well enough time to actually sit there for a little bit, get them thinking, and then take off and circle. By the time they realize you moved, they're already pre-firing and they're getting shot. So it averts. It's something that YouTube originally didn't do and added in years ago, so people couldn't do that. And there's a lot of people that stream that don't know it. Like, oh, I got a stream snipe. No, dude, look in your settings. There's a setting in there to change it. Adds a little delay, but it doesn't affect you at all. Whoever's watching is seeing it 30 seconds later, which 30 seconds is not a lot of time. Yeah, it really isn't. It sounds like a lot, but it really ain't. Especially in a game. In a game like AAPG, when you got a timer, yeah, 30 seconds is a good chunk of time, but you can do a lot in 30 seconds. So you can be on the other side by extract by the time they look where you were at. Yeah, head glitching is definitely in any game. That's not cheating. It's not hacking. I mean, the ones I see do it a lot for the most part are people that have an aimbot on. Because they know about head glitching shooting, they can instantly snap out, shoot, and back in, they're hitting a headshot. I watched a guy shooting, right through, like, I think we calculated it was like 8 or 9 walls with a pistol from his spawn over on Spring Street. He was in the spawn room in the back corner and shooting through there, shooting all the way up to the back corner by the top of the stairs in the Alamo. And it's like 8 different things you gotta shoot through. And he was hitting the guys one right after another, all headshots. Like, whoa, how do you shoot a pistol from there and do that much? It just take them all out. I've seen some crazy things. I know Geezer's seen a lot. I've been in Lowerston where we've seen some really crazy shit. Another one I've seen, Geezer, watch out for, South Alley Hydra. It's one of the 2 newest things I've seen going around. And those back stairs, where they come down the back in the south, behind the stairs itself on the ground is that little square planter. There's guys that somehow figure out how to glitch in there and stick their gun through the stairs and just shoot everybody coming out of South Alley. And they're in the wall, so they're protected, so they can't be hurt. Grenades and everything affect them. So next thing you guys are on Hydra and you're coming from the extract down South Alley, watch yourself in the back South Alley, because if someone else knows how to do it, they could potentially be in there. And the other one I thought was even more unique. We seen these guys doing it like crazy. No clan tag. They were all like lower levels. And they were bragging they've been banned several times from the game and made new accounts. And these guys are running around. You don't even see them. Middle of nowhere, nothing around for cover. And you see the gunfire coming off. They're invisible. Don't know how they do it. I've looked up manufacturing specs for like the Strike Pack, the Cronus, and the Earmoth. And none of them have the capability of doing it. So to me, that would definitely be an actual program. So I talked to some guys that I know that have done hacks in the past and got caught and a lot of trouble for it. And they say what they do is they're hooking a laptop or a computer to the PS4 and running codes through there. So if the game company scans, they can only scan as far as PS4, not the external. And they're not getting caught. Oh yeah, I did. I've already sent it. I sent it in regards to Mark Roberts, the developer there, and a couple of them. And I haven't heard anything back, but I have sent it to them because that's pretty insane. They're just running around invisible, and no one's seen them. Like, you see the guns, you see where the grenades come out of the middle of thin air, and they're blowing people up, and you know whereabouts are. I caught one guy, and I happened to have the 100-rounder, and I happened to see the grenade come from the right, and I turned and I fired, and all you see was the hit markers, and he fell over. And as soon as he fell over, he became visible. He was invisible until that point, and I recorded and I sent it to the developers to let them know, look, it's here. Here's the proof. He got shot and all of a sudden was visible. And I don't know what they're doing about it. Maybe this update has something to do with it. Those SC guys, I've seen them hack, and they were like, oh, we're not hacking. And someone was on their team in the lobby when we were scrimming them about a month and a half ago. Turned around and says, how'd you know we were running codes? I said, you know why? He goes, no. He goes, we all hack, and they're all telling him to shut up, and he's ratting them all out, the dumbass. Like, he ratted the whole team out. Like, you're an idiot. How you gonna rat your boys out? You know, I mean, if I see someone doing it and they're on my team, I tell them, look, I'm gonna grenade you. I don't play like that. I don't want someone on my team playing like that. That's what screws up the game. That's what fucks up the servers and costs them to have to fix them, and a lot of companies will not. Yeah, they will. They'll ban them from life. Sony is on board, and they're trying to upgrade their security servers and stuff now, too. Oroko Roro, who is the top guy at Sony in Japan at their corporate office there, he's a long time friend of me. He's a PS4 gamer, and he said they're upgrading their security servers. What's up, Pete? So, yeah, Pete, you've never subbed to Geezers? Like I tell the guys something, go sub and watch his videos. That man can teach you a few things, too. Yeah, geez, I taught Pagardo how to snipe, and dude, I love sniping against Pagardo because it's like I'm sniping against myself. Like, he's a challenge for me. You know, some of them, it's like, yeah, they get a couple shots, but for the most part, I can overrun them. Pagardo, that's not the case. He will give it to me 100% guaranteed. And he's getting that quick scope down pretty good. That's the only thing I'm outgunning him with is that I can quick scope, and he's still learning it, but he's a powerhouse. So, if you ever need a sniper and I'm not on, and you see this guy Pagardo on, Geese, invite him. he can snipe like crazy, man. He's really, really good with it. But yeah, I mean, that's what this live stream's about, is, you know, addressing that, you know, people have asked. I got on, and I just came back from getting my food, and they're like, what's going on? The AAU servers. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? I hadn't even been on the system yet. So I just got on, so I'm looking like, the hell's going on here? So started asking around and found out that they're upgrading security servers and different things like that. So yeah, Trill, that guy can teach you some things. And I'll tell you what, the three guys that I constantly say I've gamed against that are massive powerhouses, especially where the M4A1 is, Geezer, a guy named General Swift, and Military Marine. Those three are probably the best shooters with an M4 I've ever seen. Like, and Geezer and me been around for a while. We've seen, what, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, Geese. And to see someone take that M4, which is the most commonly used rifle in the game across the board, and do what they do with it and make it like it's a third arm to themselves, and really, I'm not gonna bullshit it, it fucks someone up instead. Those three can do it. Definitely not three guys that I want to get within a range with, quick scope or not, with a sniper, because I know I'm going to get torn to. Yeah, and Swift is awesome, man. I'm still friends with him on this account stuff, and I see him from time to time, and he's just one of those guys you can sit there and have an educated, conversation with, to sit there and talk. It's just a mutual respect. It's someone you actually enjoy having conversations with. There's some of them that you talk to, and it's just like, okay. It's like, you must have flushed your brains down the fucking toilet when you were like 3. Like, there's guys like that. It's funny because that's how they are. To answer another question that people were writing me, what time are the servers going to come back up? I don't know. I am not a developer. I do not operate the servers for AAPG, so I cannot guarantee to answer that. That was another question I asked when I sent in about, I heard rumored there'd be maybe content coming and then hear none back. So that might be something Geezer might actually be able to answer for you guys. I have no idea when they're coming back up, or maybe they ran into some kind of issue updating or something and it's taking them longer. Just be patient. It will be back up. They're not just going to take it down and leave it the way it is. They're not going to leave it sitting in limbo. They would take the entire thing down, or they're going to fix what are the problems and put it up for you. So just be patient. It will be back. There's tons of other games, and I'm sure that it's not the only game you play. I mean, obviously it's not the only game I play. I have content for multiple different games on my channel. We need a new no hurry, just say. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of us in Geese knows, and we all know, that we should have new content. I wish that they would just take those old. Yeah, I wish they would take the map. If they're not gonna do any new maps for the game, at least take an hour or so and just take the content that's over on PC and just throw it over here with us. I really think that would excel the game to an all new level. And get rid of these guys with the Chronos Max, the strike packs, and the mods. I mean, I see them all the time. I've seen when you're running Geezer, you're catching them in there, and they still get their asses kicked. That's the funny part. A lot of them, they got mods to help them win, and they still lose and go negative. That's the funny part. It's fucking hilarious to see someone who's cheating to look professional, and they still look like dog crap. um, Yeah, right, Geese. I mean, there's a few things I've heard to know be true, but because the way I've heard of them, and that, and they're confirmed, um, you know, because it's, because of whatever, like the legality parts and stuff like. I can't really go on live stream and tell these guys about some of the stuff, and I know you have better connections with it than me, and know probably a lot more than I do as far as maps. But I would like to see some of the maps come over from PC. Maybe a new map. Even make reaction. Even if they took reaction and made it a public lobby instead of private lobby. I think the people that play a game would be supportive behind that. It's just we haven't really had any new content of multiplayer in public lobbies since what, Hydra? And that's been out for a while. Or what came out first, Hydra or Uptown? One of those two. And it's been a while since they came out with the SMG, the rockets, the lean. We haven't really had no new content for the game here since then, except for Reaction, which is a private lobby. And if you're in the private lobby, you don't really rank up on it. So people are into it to get their points, to rank up. That map's just sitting there in limbo. It's definitely good for clan battles. Don't get me wrong, clan skirmishes battles. But overall, it really, to be just a private lobby, I don't think was actually the greatest idea that they've had. Launch it as a full public lobby. I think it would be a really good map for public lobbies. I mean, there's definitely, people are like, there's no sniping angles. Well, there's sniping angles in there because when the day it came out, I did a video, and I was showing some, and since then, I've found at least roughly about 100 to 120 other angles for sniping that I didn't find the first 5-6 times through, that I've gone through and actually found after. So there's a lot of sniping angles in that map. Don't sleep on it. For you guys that like to sneak, or to sneak around as a sniper or the marksman, there's plenty. You know, there's definitely plenty of sniping angles in there. A lot of good close quarter, quick quick battles areas and stuff. I think Reaction was very well made, personally. There's a lot. I mean, you're gonna have the spots that play post to. Oh yes. Oh yeah. I agree with you there. And but I don't think it would cost them anything, geez, honestly, to turn around and at least take Reaction from a private to a public lobby, and I think the whole fan base would be happy and content with that. It's already on PS4, so it's not going to take them much as far as programming to turn around and just swap it over to a public lobby, update the server for about 20, 30 minutes, and make it live. Um, Whether they bring content from PC, that's going to take a lot more, but being Reactions already on PS4, it's not going to take them much. Just to make it from private to public. And that I know for a fact because I have degrees in computers and design, infographic designs, computer technology, communications, a lot of computer degrees and stuff. And hell, give me access to it. I'll have it done in 25 minutes for you. And that's how easy it is. Yeah, that's true. But it wouldn't be, being it's already on PS4, the server updates, it's already on the server. It's literally 4 lines of code to make it go from private to public. It's literally 4 or 5 lines of code. That's it. That will take you literally a couple minutes to put in. Then for it to update with the server is about 20, 25 more minutes. Is all it should take. Especially since they have their military. They have some of the best server lines in the world compared to what we would have as average gamers in our household. So for them to do it wouldn't take. They could start it and let the computer do it while they go take their lunch break and come back and it's done. Like, it's really that simple to make that go live. And they're all very educated guys and things like that. So it's not like it's beyond their capabilities as developers and stuff. But yeah, I think if they actually just did that to Reaction, made it a public lobby instead of just private, they would literally, a lot of people complain to them about where's the content. I think that 90% of that bullshit would stop. That they wouldn't be buried with those complaints of where's the content and all this. They would, I think, that would free up a lot of their messages and reports they get just by making that public instead of just private. You know, and it's already there. Like I said, it's already there. They've already taken the time and implemented, did all the hard work for it to be added to PS4, and it is made it private. Go in and change from private to public. 20, 25 minutes, you're done. You could start it. You don't even have to be constantly at it. Put the stuff in, implement it, let it update, go take your lunch, come back, and it's done. Like, you don't even have to be at the screen while the computer does it for you. It's really that simple. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be doing, especially with PS5 coming. I know there's a lot of stuff for PS5. And there's a lot of things I know about the PS5 coming that I can't yet. Soon though, soon. Yeah, my word, soon. I will be able to announce this stuff to you, but at the moment, because of where it's sitting in the developing stage, I can't release it yet. I can't let you guys know yet. So as soon as I am able to give you those inside details about the PS5 setup and everything that's coming, I will have a live stream on this channel. I will announce it. I will go to my other channel and I will do a live stream and I will announce it. So probably next 3 weeks. I'd say it's right about 3 weeks from now. I'll be able to tell you this stuff, what's going on with the PS5 and all the behind the scenes things that you have yet to hear or see. Because I've been watching the updates and all these people doing it. And they're missing some of the best parts of the PS5 that they haven't even announced yet, which I think is comical. There's nothing even inching towards these things, and the information I have is literally not coming from the top guy at Sony here in America. It's coming from his top boss in Japan at the main corporate office, the top guy at Sony, who's a longtime friend of mine. And so this is straight from the top, above that guy you see talking. Oh yeah, we done. He has not even come close to touching about the PS5. You guys are really gonna be like, what? Wow. So, you know. I do have some connections that are pretty decent in the game industry. Not a lot, but I do have some. And so I can't wait for that to happen. When I can actually, when he says, yeah, you can tell, it will be up there. And I told him, just let me know before it gets released to any other YouTuber. I'd like to be the first for it. Let me tell the people. So definitely something that I will, when I am able to, geese, I will send the information to you so you can get it out to your subs, because you got a lot of subs, man, a lot more than I do on both channels combined. And like I said, mine's not for money. It's just for show. It's just to promote the game more, maybe draw people's attention and get them to come in, and promote the game. And that's when a game gets promoted and does better, more people come. That's when developers tend to spend the money to get more content and make the game better, because, hey, people are interested. And it's a smart business move for the development company. Most people don't realize it's not just a game. To them, it is a product. If a product's not making money, company's not going to invest into it. Fuck that. Let's invest in something that's going to make us money. Yeah, you got a lot. I'm not even looking right now. I think this channel's got like, what, 170, right around there. The other channel, I might have 20 because it's a newer channel. So I'm probably right around between two channels, right around 200, maybe just under. Like I said, it's not about making money. Some of the YouTubers, you can donate to their channel and stuff like that. But me, I just have that shut off, because it's not about money to me. To me, when you start making money on your hobby, it becomes a job and not fun. So I try and keep business and job away from having fun in my hobby. But before I end this live stream, I do want to bring up a point. And I hear this a lot in my life, and I don't know if you guys have. Let me know in the comments if you do. I know someone who spent a lot of money in their car. The gentleman bought a 2003 Ford Focus hatchback, two-door, right? Not a bad car. I'm not a Ford guy. I'm more of a Chevy guy personally. But teach your own. And he bought it brand new in 2003. And he's literally spent probably like 30 grand into customizing this car. To the point where no one wanted to buy it, but it was a beautiful car, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Ford guy, but I would have rocked it. It was custom out. And this gentleman told me, you spent a lot into gaming. I do. So I sat down and figured out how much I spent in gaming and how much he spent. This guy spends a shit ton more money than I do into his hobby of the car as I do into the gaming. And I told him, I said, well, the difference between your hobby and mine is yours is a lot more expensive. He's like, yeah. I said, and we live in upstate New York. Snow, a lot of rain. You're not going to bring a beautifully custom car, paint job, and everything out into that shit. So for 90% of the year, if not more, your car sits in a fucking garage. Me, I can get up. I don't even have to get dressed, buy some custom clothes or something to look nice in my expensive little car. I can sit here, turn my game on. I can play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year with no problem, unless the power goes out for whatever reason, or the internet goes down. As long as my bills are paid, my hobby is locked in golden. I can use it all the time, and it doesn't cost me but a minor fraction of what he spends. And I said, who really has the better hobby? He thought about it for me. He goes, you do. It's cheaper. I said, yeah, it's more fun. I said, I don't have to do it to impress no one. You take a car to go impress a woman or something, or or something along those lines. I don't have to. I go and just shoot people and have fun. I mean, where else can you go in the world and shoot someone and not go to jail for it? But this is one of two games that I've seen. Other than the Modern Warfare, the Warzone there, they have the gulags. That's kind of like a jail. But as far as jail goes, the only other game I know that you can end up in jail is the Payday series, Payday 2 through 505 games. Which, if you never play a game, it's actually pretty good. And from my buddies at 505, Derek from 505, thank you for the info you gave me this last week. For anybody that does play Payday series, PS5, it is announced. They haven't launched yet, but inside source, and he said, yes, you can tell your subs, and it's the first live stream I've done since I found PS5 launch bundle. There will be a PS5 Payday 3 launch bundle at launch. So anybody that's into that game series and you've really been looking for that Payday 3 to come out, it will be a bundle launch with the PS5. It has been confirmed through my buddy at Sony and the gentleman I'm friends with from 505 Games, who owns Payday 2. and Payday won the whole series. So if you're into that, that's something to look forward to. I do know there's a couple guys that are in my community page for Payday 2 Geezer that are actually subbed to you. I did post it in there, and people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna go sub," because some of them do play AA and stuff. So, and even guys that don't play AA watch our channels. I found out, and they do it because of the tactability and different things. That basic tactability and communication of calls carries across from one game to another that has the same type of style. Yes, each one is different, but the main basic principles are kind of the same. So a lot of these guys I know that play Warzone stuff that don't play Geezer have told me they watch your channel and use what you do for calls and tactics and use them in Warzone, and it has improved their gameplay tremendously. So, and some of them I actually talked to, like, "You actually know Geezer?" I said, "Yeah, I've known Geezer for years. He's actually a really good guy. I talk to him all the time." "No fucking way, I'm subbed to his channel." I said, "So am I." Like, they're like, "Wow." You know, it's funny how people get starstruck over the littlest things sometimes. I want to know also, is the PS5 going to be able to play AAPG and other PS4 games? Yes, that I can confirm. They have been kind of when they announced it, but to clarify it, PS5 will be backwards compatible. Excuse me, misspeak. And the PS5 will play PS4 games. It will play PS3 games. It will play PS2 games. And it will play PS1 games. So any PlayStation game that's been made to date, when the PS5s come out, the hardware will play any one of the game consoles from PS1 to PS5 that's ever been made. It will play them all. So, you know, if you got an old PS2 or 3 game sitting around, you're like, "Man, I miss playing this game. I liked it. I can't play it on the PS4." You can play it on the PS5. It is there. It is guaranteed. I did confirm because I thought it was saying. I did talk to Rokoro, the top guy at Sony in Japan, and he turned around and said, "Yes, it will play everything from PS1 to PS5. Any Sony game that's been made yet to date for the consoles will play on the PS5." He goes, "It's already been validated. We have done thousands and thousands of hours of testing, and yes, they will work." So it doesn't have to be a Blu-ray because PS1, PS2, as we know, was not Blu-ray. PS3 started pulling the Blu-ray in. But yes, they will play all of them, whether they were Blu-ray or not. Yes, the quality video, they said, might be a little different. Will it have Halo? The only thing I do know for sure about that is that Sony has been talking to the development company that owns Halo about trying to get Halo to come to Sony, which, as far as I understand from the negotiation processes, Halo wants to do what any other game company does. They want to move to that next level of gaming, which is virtual reality gaming. Halo really wants to get into it. They've made comments on their tweets. They've made comments on their development page and stuff about it. And unfortunately, Xbox didn't pay attention to it, and they don't have anything to combat the PSVR. So, as far as that going, I would have to honestly say, in my opinion, not guaranteed proven yet, I would think that, you know, Halo might actually make a variation for at least the PSVR, if not the whole console itself. So, you know, it's something to look forward to. I'm a huge Halo fan, huge Tom Clancy fan, but I'm not going to buy an Xbox just to play Halo and Gears of War. Any of the other games I would play on Xbox, I can play here on Sony. And to me, they play a lot better because I've gamed on both consoles. You know, so I would love to see Halo come to PlayStation. Don't get me wrong, I really would. But there's nothing confirmed yet. I do know behind the scenes there is talk between Sony and the company that owns Halo, negotiating about possibly making a variation of Halo for it. So that's where that stands. I will try and keep update with that information and find out and let you know as soon as I find out. But there is negotiations going right now between Sony and the company to turn around and maybe make Halo over here. And if Halo comes to PS5, we all know Gears of War is going to do the same thing. They're not just going to stay on Xbox. They're going to come with them. And I think if that actually does happen, they full launch with Sony along with Gears of War, I think Xbox is done. That's the only two things keeping them afloat. Payday 3 for the Payday series for 5.5 has already been announced, will be a Sony-only exclusive PC, and Xbox will not have the next series of Payday. That's already been confirmed. So, there's a lot to look forward to. a lot. And there was rumor that Halo was going to leave Xbox, and the owner of the company that owns Halo did make a tweet way back when, beginning of this year, and stated, was it, no, beginning of last year was, back at the end of spring, beginning of summer, said in the tweet, and I quote, "We would like to take Halo to a virtual reality game platform, and somehow we want Xbox to do it, but I don't think they're going to do it." End quote. That's exactly what he tweeted. So even then, the owner of the company that owns Halo turned around and said, "I don't think Xbox is going to try and combat with Sony's PSVR, and we want to go virtual reality." And if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't long like that is when Sony started doing these negotiations for over a year now with Halo, talking about, hey, we're gonna be making a new console. You know, we're making a whole new program for the VR. The current VR will work with the PS5, but rumor is that the graphic on it isn't gonna play out properly. Whatever's going on with it, I'm not sure. And that's why they have the new PSVR headset that will be launched with the PS5 that you can buy. That's really high grade, up to 8K capability and stuff. So it all comes down to how they do it financially, how much they got to invest into it. Remember, it's a company, Jake. It's definitely a company. The games, the products they're selling, they're all products. It's to make them money. If they're spending $1 million and they're only going to make 100,000, to them it's not feasible. They're not going to do it. It has to justify that they're going to make more money than what they're spending into doing it. If it doesn't, they're not going to do it. It's just common sense. So it just comes down to the numbers they can work and how much money they're going to make, how much money they got to spend. And they don't want to cheap off on it, especially since right now Sony doesn't want to do anything on the cheap side, because right now they have Xbox on the ropes and they're ready to knock them out. So it's all about the financial numbers, which they're not releasing any of the numbers. So I would love to see the numbers and see what's going on, because then you'd have a much better idea of what's going to actually transpire. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I had one guy turn around and say, "Well, Sony, when you turn around and you don't have your PlayStation Plus, they take your games." Really? I've never had that happen. And I even to prove that point, I actually did a video. When I stopped paying my PlayStation Plus for like 5 months, I still was playing some of these free games that Sony gave me. Yet, my fiance's nephew, huge Xbox kid, he plays Sony now. He's coming to Sony. I've changed his mind. He's jumping to both to Sony. Good boy, right? He played Xbox, and he stopped paying his membership. And within 3 days, they removed the games he got for free from Xbox. So when he started paying for it again, he literally, because someone were on a discount because of his membership with Xbox, literally, even though he spent like $5-6 on them on sale, when he stopped paying the membership, even those games disappeared. And when he went back to it, in order to play his games, he had to buy them again. They were no longer on sale. They were at full price. So Xbox has got some hidden little secrets in there you don't want to mess with that. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I don't have an Xbox right now. They're rip-offs. American-based company, cool. I'm all for it, but yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have multiple accounts, geez. I mean, I have roughly 12 different PSN accounts. 3 main ones I use as Lynx, Cybershock, and this one. And I'll tell you what, the only one I actually have Plus on is this account. Because if I have them all in the same system, one has PlayStation Plus and I download the game, I can go on my other accounts and play them for free without even worrying about paying Plus to get them. And people don't realize they don't need Plus membership for each one. I actually ran into a guy Wednesday, this past Wednesday. He turned around and said, "Yeah, I got 6 accounts. I pay PlayStation Plus on all of them just to play the free games." I'm like, "You do what?" I said, "Are they all in the same system?" "Yeah." I said, "Stop paying for 5 of them." "But I won't be able to play." "Yeah, you will." "What do you mean?" I said, "As long as you have one as PlayStation Plus, you can get the games for free, download them through that one, and then go to the other accounts and you can play for free, because it's called a file share on your system." And he's like, "What? I didn't know that." It's like, dude, you're spending for 5 accounts $60 a year. That's $300 a year this guy's paying for PlayStation Plus to get free games. To me, that's fucking retarded. Honestly, that's the most retarded shit yet that I've heard today about the PlayStation Plus and shit. He literally was spending $300 a year, geezer, for 5 different PlayStation accounts, 5 or 6 of them. He would spend like 300 plus. And he goes, really? I said, yeah, dude, I have multiple accounts. I have about 12, 13. I only pay for Plus on one of them, but I can play all the free games on every account on my system. No way. I was like, yeah. He's like, I didn't know that. It's like, face slap. Like, what the? Dude, never. Never in my life, dude, would I fucking do that. If that was the case, I'd only play all those games on one account. I want to go over all them accounts for it. That was retarded. So he decided not to pay for the other ones. So, I'm glad I saved the guys some money, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking retarded. Yeah, for any of you guys that haven't played this game yet, while it's up on the screen, Fishing Planet, if you like fishing in real life, this game is probably the most realistic fishing game you'll get. It's very, very easy, very user-friendly, and like it's just relaxing. And I've talked to guys who actually do a lot of real-life fishing, like Bass Pro Fishing and shit, like guys who have gone to state competitions and across the countries and stuff. And 3 of the guys I spoke to have actually fished at every lake on this game and said they are all identical and spot on to the actual real life lake. And they play all sorts of fishing games, and they said they've never seen a fishing game like it. If you have PlayStation Plus and you like fishing, or you want something that's a filler game, it's not a bad game. It's relaxing. If you feel like you're grinding too much on one game, it's not a bad one. Just go fishing. They have a free Fishing Planet 2.0, which is stuff in there. I'll tell you right now, even at the higher level, I am at 18, almost 18 and a half, almost 19 here. I still use a lot of the stuff that was there. So, what's my thoughts on Cyberpunk? I watched video. I haven't personally played it. As far as I saw in the videos, it looked like it wouldn't be a bad game. I thought it was pretty interesting, and I might actually get it. I just am trying to clean up my figurative gaming plate, because about a month ago I was sitting here bored, and I looked at all my trophies and stuff for armor for this account, and there's over 160 fucking games. It's like, okay, I need to clean up the plate somehow to make room for more. That I was on Sony.com looking at what I have on my accounts there in my libraries there, and I did not realize this, but I have at least 360 games. That's right, you heard 360, almost enough for one a day for a year, for PS3 games that I never downloaded, played, and I have all the DLCs for it. So after seeing that, I'm like, yep, I can't wait for PS5, because then I can actually play these games I spent money on and never touched. So there are games that I will be touching for the first time that were back on PS3. You get going, and it's like one game seemed like it was falling off, and I started buying these games and stuff on sale, and then all of a sudden that game that I thought was falling off picked up, and I'm right back into it. And it's like those just sat, never downloaded, just sat in my online library in the cloud. So they're still there. I just gotta re-download them. So I probably will be doing some venturing with that PS5. I probably will do some streaming on them. Do a little old school gaming. Guys like Geezer and me, we've been around a long time. I personally started with ColecoVision, and every console, every system from ColecoVision on up to current. So, the next venture for me is PS5. I do not have any plans whatsoever to touch a new Xbox Scarlet. I was looking at some of the stats for it, and if you really want, same here, Geezer. I was born in 81, and I've been gaming since I was 3, so I'm not that far behind you, man. You're only a few years older than me. My mom actually worked for Coleco. So we got our ColecoVision, all the games for free. Mom worked there. We had all the stuff Coleco made. And if I knew then what I know now, dude, I wouldn't have fucking touched or fucked with half the shit my mom got for Coleco, because it'd be worth money. Like, a lot of money right now. So I kind of kicked myself in the ass realizing that now, but it is what it is. Can't go back and change it. But yeah, it's funny. So you remember? See, Geezer's right there with me. So you remember the original first gaming console ever, right, Geezer? Because it wasn't ColecoVision for you younger guys watching. ColecoVision was not the first gaming console ever made. First gaming console ever made didn't even make headway because they didn't know what the fuck they made. They didn't know who to market it to. Coleco at the time, their fan base was kids. Here's an interesting little tip, you younger guys that might not know, because I'm pretty sure Geezer already knows. The first gaming console ever made was made back in 1973. Yup, that was the first home game, but the first game console wasn't considered Pong, as much as I believe it should have been. 1973, a company made a game console called Instagam, GAM at the end, Instagam. They had like 5, 6 games they made with it. They had no idea what the fuck they made. They had no idea what to do with it. Right? Oh, that was another one. I actually knew someone whose father had that, and I actually did try Magnavox Odyssey. It was pretty cool. It was interesting to try and play, especially since at the time I got to play it, PlayStation 1 was out, and it's a huge, huge difference. Um, but it was pretty cool to be able to play something old school, go back to those nostalgic eras. But this Instagram, they didn't know what it was. They tried to launch it and didn't know what the price is. No one was buying it. They started to, unfortunately, they spent all this money to it. It started to go into the red. Coleco saw this thing and said, you know what? This looks like something we can produce and make for kids. So they bought the Instagram from the company Instagram, bailed them out of the red. Instagram disappeared from the scene. No one heard from them for 20 plus years. And they were trying to do other ventures behind it and stuff. Coleco behind the scenes was actually financing towards them, kind of working with them, trying to help them get up there because they, in a way, kind of felt bad for them. Coleco made the ColecoVision, the first edition. If you're going to get an old ColecoVision that's worth money, you want the first edition. Yes, there was 2 editions, not 1. The first edition was the first launch of it. And 6 months on the shelf, the government said that they were cornering the market and made them take Coleco off the shelf. Coleco, the company that owned Coleco, also owned Hasbro at the time. And they kind of planned for this. The people in charge were really smart. They planned for this. So when they made Coleco pull it off the shelf, they made the Atari off of Hasbro. The same company owned both of these companies, launched them both, and gaming as we know today is here because of that intelligent thought and foresight. You know Instagram better today as a multi-billion-dollar company called Instagram. Think they started as the first official game console to become a social media site worth billions. So next time you see Instagram, or you see one of the people who work for Instagram, thank them. Because if it wasn't for their idiocy of not knowing what they made back in the 70s, we probably wouldn't have gaming like we have today. But true facts, really cool thing. I've never played on Instagram. I would love to find one, but they're so ultra rare to find. I don't think you're going to find them. If you do, they're probably damaged and probably won't work. But yeah, I was actually looking on eBay yesterday, geez, and I found a Game Boy Color blue one. Those really nice blue ones that were limited edition. Things selling for like $2,000 with like 48 games. Almost want to buy it. So some of those older games, as much as we say, oh, the new thing's out, that's no good no more, they're going for money. People are spending a lot of money for them. GameCube was a good one. Nintendo 64 was good. Actually, the one I actually liked a lot was the Sega Jaguar. I thought that was pretty cool. Sega CD was a good one. There's just so many of them out there that people don't realize there's so many different gaming platforms that they don't realize that there was more than what they actually see and hear about. Comcast was another good one. You never hear about them really, geezer. I'm sure you remember the Comcast. Fucking thing. But in my opinion, I think we can all agree. Yeah, you guys might have the same opinion. The strongest gaming system ever made, the first Nintendo. Honestly, think about it. That's a no-brainer. You had to beat the shit out the system to get it to play the game. Rubbing alcohol on Q-tips was a requirement in order to play that game. Yeah, you literally beat it out to put it in there. So, that game, I'm surprised it didn't break. But you beat the shot and it wouldn't crack. It would play. Like, if you tried doing these systems nowadays, you'd be costing you a couple $100 to replace or fix on it. Or buy a new one. So, Nintendo, the original Nintendo has to, in my opinion, be the strongest system built. But, that's why, back to the Instagram when Coleco bought them, and then they did the Hasbro launch Atari. So, that's why if you guys that do know, I mean, I know Geese does, the cartridges from Atari and Coleco were interchangeable because they're the same internal design, just a different case. So the games would play on either platform. But he's right. Pong was the first home game ever made, and it was cool. I mean, back then, that was, if you didn't have Pong, you were nobody. But then again, back then, if you didn't have a banana seat on your bike, you were a nobody. Remember the old banana seats and what the fuck, the sissy bar handles there, geese? On the bikes way back when we were kids? Hell, I think the biggest thing that made you anything on your block when you was a kid was, oh, can we? Where? On PlayStation? Is it in the free? Dude, I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. That's not even a joke, but, hey, geese, wait till I mention this one. You're gonna play, and it's not gaming, but it is kid related. And geezer, wait till I remember being, Christ, what was I, 4 or 5 years old, and there was a toy that came out through Big Wheels that if you did not have this motherfucker, you were nobody. You was a bum if you didn't have one on your block. Remember the gray 3-wheelers there, the big wheel, the gray one there, geese, with the red handles? It had the little mini SMG squirt gun, machine gun on it that you put out and you could drive and shoot by pushing one or take it off and run around. Really? Oh, word. I'm doing it. I'm definitely doing it. Good look on the implement. Pong was definitely a good game. I liked Pong. I ain't gonna lie. That and Galaga and all that. But yeah. Remember those big wheels there, geese? Had the little SMG on the fucking on the right hand side of the handlebar. If you didn't have it on your block, you was a bum. I remember when I got mine. No one else had theirs yet. And people were like, "That's no fair. How'd you get that?" I said, "I'm good like that." Even then, I was cocky. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, man, that was the shit. If you didn't have it, you were nobody. You was a bum. I remember that shit. Yo, I can't tell you how many times we threw it off the back porch when we hit our teens, and that thing was not breaking for nothing. But it's crazy, man. Like, some of these old school things, people are just like, that's worthless. But, I had a really good weekend this weekend, geese. Everybody's into sports pretty much. Just because I'm from New York doesn't mean that's why I like the Yankees. I like the Yankees because of their ability, their win factor, and how they play as a team for New York Yankees for baseball. My fiance and her friend went to a little thrift store thing that opened this past February. Oh, sorry, I had to take a drink. But they turn around and she comes back with a bunch of New York Yankees stuff. So she brings back these 4 cards that are on these wooden plaques. They were like $2 a piece. So I look at them. One's an A-Rod thing that it says one of like 6 million. Yeah, it's not going to be worth much. It's a baseball card. It's non-spectacular, no misprints. It's not worth something. I have a collection of Derek Jeter misprinted cards that are worth a lot of money. That are in my collection. And I actually have a 2009 Yankee World Series championship ring, size 9, Derek Jeter's. Worth money. Like, that's not a joke. It's not a replica. It's a real deal. And it was not cheap. But she comes home with these cards. One is it's just in a card. It's not on a plaque. And it's got the World Series championship for that year. And it's got the baseballs on the wall with the Yankee pinstripe saying the year. Every year they won the World Series championship up on it. So I realized that's pretty cool, it's not worth much, but it's their championship, so it's probably worth a couple bucks. I looked it up online. She paid $2 for it. Worth $250. Bought it at a second-hand shop. So like, what the fuck? So then I look at I look at this other one. It's from the Blue Jays, and I can't remember who the hell it was. It's actually right here in this box. But I looked this other one up from the Blue Jays, and it was worth about $100. But the one that really caught my attention, and geez, you're an old timer. I know you're gonna turn around. Who else? David Wells, when he played for the Blue Jays. That's where that one's worth about $100. So I see this card on this plaque, geese, and it's Roger Maris when he played with the Yankees. For anybody that knows in the sports, Yankees, it is so hard to find a thing. Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, Don Manley, Roger Maris, worth about $100.
So she did really good. So I went yesterday and to the same place and they got all the Yankee stuff. There's a Babe Ruth figurine. So I looked up, see how much it was. Woman charged me $1. It's worth $8,000. 8 with 3 zeros behind. No lie. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's a little statue. I said it's worth 8 grand. So I got to look at it. When they made this doll, they fucked up. Instead of having the bat sitting straight up and back to the right with the arm, somehow they drilled the arm wrong, had it on the wrong way, and the bat's pointing down. They made 10 that way before they realized they fucked up. So it is only 10 in existence, and they sold it to me for $1 at a thrift store. Not a bad idea to go to the thrift store, look at some of your collectibles for gaming and for different things. They had a lot of Xbox stuff there, and to me that wasn't worth anything. But yeah, and I bought a Tom Clancy book called Threat Vector. It's a first edition, 1 of 5, and it's in beautiful condition. So that's worth about $200 to $250, and I paid $2 for it. So you can find some really good finds at thrift stores. Go in, walk around, find some cool stuff. So you know, is what it is at that point. But yeah, this thing's getting pretty long, running an hour and a half. We've been talking about different gaming and stuff like that. But I want to give you a heads up, you know, and talk to you guys and touch base with you. And as I get more information, I will pass it on to you. So, you know, as things develop and I get more information, I will pass it along for you. So until then, hopefully the servers will be up soon. Oh, my grandfather gave me a Winn-Dixie 1995 limited edition toy car steel box, number 60 of 10,000. Wow, that's the top 60. So, dude, that's probably gonna worth some money, because their number as they're made. The number is as they're made. The one that would really be worth something is if you had 1 of 10,000. That means you had the original first print of it. So, it's probably worth something now, but probably not a lot. If you wait until you're a lot older, it's going to increase in value. You know, so certain things will increase, especially if they're like 1,000 or less made of it. Are definitely going to increase. Everything that's in my collection, that as far as my collectibles, are one of like 100 or less. So they're all worth a lot. Oh no, that's fine. You don't have to. But yeah, dude, you know, go online, Google it. Google what it is and look and just put what the car is. You don't have to put number 60 or 10,000 or not. And you might find someone selling one. So it'll give you a general idea of what it's going for in the current market. And you might find an auction site that will give that list an approximate appraisal of what it's actually valued at. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to look and see. And just, you know, keep them saying. You couldn't find it? You know, keep looking. It will show up. You know, people collect them. They're worth money. No. Are you going with me? But for right now, I'm out of here. Hopefully AA will be up again soon. Jump in and whatnot. And when they do come back up, I'll probably turn around and pop a live stream on the FYC Cybershock account. So if you're not friends on that, it's FYC_cyber, CYBER_shock, SHOCK. Go into YouTube, you can put in, you go like and sub to that channel. It doesn't have an official channel link yet like Armor does. Building up for it. I think I need 100 subs for it. So pass along, see if we get a custom euro for it. That one's just going to be like nasty quick scopes and professionalized and really done nice and stuff. So, you know, keep an eye out for it. If you want to see some really nasty quick scopes, they're on there. I do have some, but with everything with the move and work and spend a weekend with my girl and stuff, it's been hard to go and do the clips and get the content, but I am grinding it out this week to try and get the content for the subs for both channels off both accounts. Yes, on this channel, you'll notice you don't see anything unless it's me doing it or I'm in the lobby with the guys. The other channel, if I see stuff from someone else, yes, I will put it up there. FYC Dark Knight from AAPG, he did a choke under his Choke Day account, and funniest thing in the world, whole clip from an AK, 2 or 3 clips from the pistol, and this guy missed every shot at literal point blank range. and all you hear is me at the end turn around and tell choke, just choke him already, and choke, snatched him, locked him up, choked him. I still can't believe the kid missed every shot on him at point blank. So, really funny. So, great content over there so far. There's not a lot of content on there, but me versus all to protect the VIP on intercept. What else is there? A lot of quick scopes, even on my own guys. Even on guys you've seen in my videos a million times over here, I've caught them. So, a lot of really good ones showing. It's pretty much showcasing how quick I can pull that gun up and put a hurt locker on someone at point blank, 100 rounders and everything. There was one where I had two guys with AKs, one with a 100 round, and the sniper. I heard a sniper go off, and he's trying to find me. I'm tucked away, and you see him mark the wall to the left of me. Bink, bink, 2 marks, saying there's 2 guys there. Step out, and I take the one guy, jump out, and I take the LMG guy, circle around back by the spawn on Spring Street, Bandage. I hear the guy jump off of hotel, and as soon as he does, I step out, I point blank quick scope him, and I start going looking for the sniper. And you actually hear me at the end of the video say, okay, where's your bitch ass sniper? And because he hid the whole time, I didn't want to have you guys see me just run around, go pick up the flag, look around for him, then run up there to hit the extract at the last second for the win. I won, but what happened at that point was the sniper literally hid from me. He didn't want no part of that sniper rifle in my hand at that point. So really good content. Go check it out. As far as stay up my VIP, yes, y'all might not realize it, but if you watch and pay attention, I'm going to say this now, so when you do watch it, you'll catch on. I did fuck up. First shot I did, intercept, ran down the spawn side. I sniped over the car with someone down mid by lower stable, hit him. I dropped down so they couldn't shoot me, reloaded, got up, went around the wall, caught Pagardo, my boy Pagardo, who was the sniper, coming around from in front of the stable, or between stable and balcony, come around by tunnel, circled. I caught him. Then I reloaded. I stepped out the side. I caught this guy to the left. Then someone came to get Pagardo, and I caught him. And I knew there was another guy mid coming around. I thought he was coming around behind me. You can see it. And instead of going behind the car like I did with the very first shot, I tried going around like the third one where I was cutting the guy in the middle, and it happened to be one of my armor guys on his new account, sitting in mid, crouched down, camped up, waiting for me to come back out that way. So I should have went behind the car. I probably would have had him, but the VIP did escape. I told him, I said, yo, run with it, run, he's in mid, run, and he escaped, so really good content, a lot of stuff like that, and that's the content you're going to see over there. That's what I am pushing myself to get content for you guys for there. But so for now, I'm out of here. Make sure you like, subscribe, stay tuned. If you haven't looked over at the FYC Cybershock YouTube channel yet, go ahead and look at it. Someone tried trying out for the clan, and I went in there and was just supposed to be a second night to watch him, and I kind of fucked up his whole trial and almost put up a 40 bomb. So I hadn't been out for a while, and then I put up almost a 40 bomb, like literally like one of the first matches back, and destroyed the lobby to the point where I had a 55 hiding from me. So it was really, really good content, really good. So, but I'm out for now. But I'll catch you around, Jake. Hopefully we can get in these AE servers soon, and we can all just go in and start having fun. But yeah, make sure you go like and subscribe to the FYC Cybershock account. Next live stream I do on this channel, that link will be in the description, along with a link to Old Geezer's channel. Which I know Geezer wouldn't mind if I'm putting a link in my channel's descriptions, telling people that aren't subbed to him to go check out his channels. Well, his channel is monetized, so if you know anybody that looks to him, my FYC Cybershock account, you can write me at any time. It is attached to my phone. It will bing to me. That account does show us online. So is my Lynx_Portland. Lynx, LYNX_PORTLAND. Those two accounts, there's not a lot of friends on there, so those show us online. So if you're on that friends list, you will see when I'm on. But the only account hooked to my phone 100% of the time is FYC Cybershock. So if you need me for anything or whatnot, you can always write me there, and it bings to my phone. And, that way I'll get the message directly and quick. So, I'm normally not home Fridays till Sundays. I'll leave Friday afternoon about 3:30 East Coast time. Come back about 8, 9 o'clock at night East Coast time. But for now, I'm out for now. I will catch you later. Armor Gaming, like, subscribe. We'll catch you on the flip side. We're out of here.